And I've said this privately, so this is not just saying this here. You have gotten more beautiful with age, and I have no doubt that in 40 years.
I agree. I stole her cream.
Did that earn me a hug? He said we couldn't get a hug.
No. I get the first hug.
I'm kidding. So my question is for you, and please feel free to not answer this because you don't want to start forum wars on the internet, but what has been the most interesting character for you to have played, like from Cylon to Warrior Princess to
the most
whatever,
interesting from the inside, undoubtedly Lucretia.
Yeah.
Because that was really tricky stuff. She didn't, her mission was to stay alive, but until that was no longer desirable. So that was the most morally compromised character. The others had some sort of some evident integrity. She had no evident integrity, but she had her own integrity in her own mind. So that was very interesting to play.
That was a great character too.
Thank you.
Yeah, those characters don't come along.
They're like, no, we didn't like that answer. I mean, the Cylon was so much more interesting because, the less human, the better. In fact, Cylons were more humanoid than the humans, let's face it.
Right.
Look, they like that. So they like that better. Lucretia.
They're just in awe of how beautiful you are.
I'm sure that's it.
See? I would never tell you a lie.
Next question. Thank you, Tony.
Hi, Lucy.
Hi, Dollface. You look awesome for your age.
Well, thank you.
I used to watch you when I was a fetus. You just get better.
I have the one question everybody wants to know. Will you do the Xena warrior cry for us?
I'd get it over done with and not even hesitate. Yeah, sure.
You have to do the whole thing.
This guy's like, I'm leaving now. Show's over.
Do the whole thing.
Tracy?
Hello, Lucy.
Hello, darling.
Okay, so when I was younger, my mom used to watch Xena, and
I have to know what the red ball's about. What is this costume?
oh, I'm Misty or Mister from Pokemon.
Oh, yeah! Hello, Misty. I only want to talk to you by your character names now.
I kind of liked it. You can keep saying.
Misty, yes, darling.
So when I was younger, my mom watched Xena, and so therefore I did too. It was kind of like a bonding thing. So I usually would say it was like a childhood ruin kind of thing, but really I found myself very entertained. And I have to know, how did the sci-fi fantasy star become the head madam of Vondersex?
It was a natural transition. I mean, how does she not, really? What do you do? I used to get a lot of letters from judges and lawyers with fetishes, something about those boots, and it just seemed very obvious to do that. Okay, hey, I have to see a furry party. I have to see this.
I can make that happen.
I so don't believe it.
There's actually one scheduled in the program book. It's a furry meetup before the Rainbow Party Saturday evening. It's in the program, I'm not even kidding.
Awesome.
It's totally gonna happen. There are like two furries in the audience that just fell out.
Guys,
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna be there.
The one furry in the room.
Frotting in fur. That's like there's a new word. Somebody tweeted me. Is that you? Yipping. It used to be called frotting, and it happened on trains
and
subways.
So
I think frotting is no noise and no consent.
So you see yourself as a shepherd of the furry community?
I just
It's lingo for those that aren't really in it, but are supportive.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
I didn't know the lingo. You know,
Allegedly.
I love that there is, you know, if you ain't swap and spit, this is a good thing. Right? Do whatever. If nobody's getting hurt, and you're not lying to you, you know, nobody's getting hurt, I think, go for it.
Okay.
Right? There's such interesting science panels here, you guys.
Yes.
I'm not kidding. The science panels are like totally interesting. Oh, and Adventure Time. I'm heartbroken. I tried to bust into the press event so I could listen to them in the back, but the door was locked. So I stood there with my hair pressed for like 15 minutes, trying to listen and shushing everybody in the. Lucy Lawless is such a bitch. It's Hamilton Ward, you fools.
Would you do voice work for Adventure Time?
Oh my gosh, I would love to. I don't feel I've ever figured out how to do voice work. It's a different kind of acting, and anyway, I don't have the right take on it, but I'll figure it out eventually.
So you heard it here first. She wants to do voice work. Make it happen. Okay? Okay?
Working on it.
Excellent. Tyler, that gentleman right there.
Hello, Miss Lawless.
Hello, darling. I'm glad you didn't leave. We were a little insulted, weren't we, Tony? They're like, he's bored with us.
No, just have to get up and down. I have MS. Which is one thing I'd like to thank you for. Your show came along at a time and brought humor to me in such a way that it was it was a nice catalyst to help me focus on more positive things. But I wanted to comment. I did get the opportunity to see you in Greece, and I thought that was amazing.
Wow, you're a real fan.
And,
You're amazing.
I've also enjoyed your voice work from when you were on The Simpsons playing Lucy Lawless. That was hilarious. To the Xena cartoon that you did, as well as the Wonder Woman work you did in New Frontier.
Oh my gosh. I think he might beat you girls for hard.
I have all that. I have all of it.
You have all that stuff too.
I do.
I was just wondering, which you enjoy more, being before the camera or being on stage, or the voice performance?
Like I said, I don't feel I've ever truly figured out voice performance. Being in a musical on stage, when you are singing some duet with some incredibly talented person, that is... Do you remember a time when you believed in romance? Like a time when you were in love. And that is the height of romance. And for most of us, it doesn't really exist in the same way it did when you were 15. But when you're singing those, it totally exists. And so that is one of the highest forms of fantasy reality for me.
I agree with you.
You guys dress up, I go do musicals. But
I enjoyed it. I've been married 30 years, and I agree with your comment on romance. It does change a little bit.
it changes.
But my wife and I have always been we've always been active in the theater.
Awesome.
I'm on stage, and she's usually a stage manager, and that's always kept things interesting for us to do.
Yeah, fantastic. Congratulations on all those
Congratulations on 30
scores.
years.
And working together, it's fun.
Tracy?
Hi. Clearly I'm a big fan. I grew up watching Xena with my two older sisters and recently started rewatching it on Netflix and realized what a huge impact it had on kind of the person that I've become and
Wow, how come?
in my
I'm
life.
testing you now. How come? What difference would it have made had you not gotten into that?
Your performance as Xena was really my first exposure to Shiro's and believing in a woman being a hero and being strong and being able to save the day with or without the help of other people around her, and in the value of close friendship, because I did not have that until I was probably about 13.
Wow. Did you move around a lot?
No, I just read a lot of books and people thought it was weird.
Not this
We
group.
love weird.
No, that's weird. I have all friends here.
Yes.
So now I'm 24. I'm going to be taking the bar exam next year and becoming an attorney. And a lot of people that grew up watching you are like becoming real people and getting jobs. I really want to know what it's like for you to know that you have affected people like me and many other people around the world with what you did in Xena.
Okay, well, the first thing is that I was a jobbing actress, and some very clever people wrote the words, put them in my mouth, People dressed me, people lit me a certain way, they put makeup on me. So that's a composite character of many people's hard work. And I was the lucky local kid who got to play the role. So, and I was paid. So I was just happy doing the gig, you know. The fact that you had the wherewithal and the sensitivity to take lessons out of whatever medium and however it came to you means that you're the smart one, and that you turned that piece of entertainment, you took out the best possible lessons and you actioned them, and you are your hero. So, and I mean that sincerely, like, where's it going with that book? I'm not responsible, is what I'm saying. I'm not responsible for the good you do, and I'm not responsible for the ill or the stupid things you do based on some other characters that I might play. So, yeah, it's up to you, and good for you. I feel proud for you, not of you, because I didn't do it, but I feel proud for you. Congratulations.
Yes, ma'am.
Afternoon, Miss Lawless.
G'day, how are you?
First
Yeah,
of
come
all,
on, Lucy, for goodness sake.
First of all, I want to thank you for playing such a strong female character in Xena.
I like you.
I'm curious, how did you prepare for the significant wardrobe changes between Xena and Spartacus?
I think there might have been like 13 years in between. I had a lot of time to think about it. I was not prepared for the wardrobe changes, except for the corsetry. So I spent half my professional life in corsets. I love modern clothing. I don't really understand the question. I suppose that's the truth. What do you mean? Just you're gonna have to be real simple with me now.
Well, many of your costumes in Spartacus were sheer or breathing, and Xena wasn't so much.
Yeah, here's the question.
So were you asking her about comfortability? Like which one she would prefer?
Spit it out, girlfriend. What's your name?
Carrie.
Carrie, come on, it's just us. We're just friends. What?
Trying to keep it PC for the chitlins in the room.
PC for the chitlins, got it.
How did
She's already said fraudage, we're done.
How did you prepare with being as exposed as you were? Pretty much people seeing everything in Spartacus.
I didn't. I tried to lose weight, but I've just never been able to. Tried to get in shape. Thanks. Whatever. I tried to get in shape and stuff, but I didn't. You play the role, so it almost doesn't matter if what shape you are. You just try to tell the truth and not look too nervous.
Sure.
Try to look like you mean what you're doing. It's about the role. I got a lot of blowback about, why would you go and do this? This is ahead of the show coming out.
Right,
They're like,
sure.
why are you going to do this? Why would you do a show like that? Because they'd never seen anything. And I said, because it's going to be good. I knew that this was going to be great material. I knew when Rod Tappert gets this look in his eye about a certain project, you get on board.
You looked amazing in that show.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Tracy, you're
Hello, Xena.
Hello, Xena.
You'll be happy to hear that I'm one of your way, 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 way older fans.
Love it.
And my question is regarding the costume. Was that inspired from the period?
I'm
did
not
you
sure
have
this
any
period ever existed, actually. Like, what period would that be?
I don't know. I'm asking because I don't remember reading or seeing women dressed that way.
Hercules. The Americans used to think of how funny it was, and it didn't sound serious when they said Hercules. When Xena first appeared in Hercules: The Legendary Journeys, Barbara Dara did the costume for the initial Xena, and it was black, and it had all this really very sharp and pointy metal filigree on it. When it turned into a series, they thought the black was too hard, too negative, and they had to make it friendlier in a way. So it went to brown. Nyla Dixon, who went on to win an Oscar, designed that costume. It had to be functional, which, as I said, took some time to get the kinks out. But Barbara Dara, the initial designer, is the incredible woman who did Spartacus. And both of those women are world talents in costume. Yeah. Did I answer your question? I'm not sure I did.
It was about the
I'm
time
not sure,
period.
but you got close enough because of the evolution of the final design.
That's how that happened. I needed it to be friendlier.
Tyler, who do you have?
Hello, Lucy.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
If you had unlimited creative freedom and you could go back and reprise any role, which one would you go and what would you change and why?
Time travel.
I would not kill Lucretia. I would start the House of Batiatus and have that she could go on, because that could have been 6 seasons right there. With Xena, I would have gone back. I would have done the movie then when it was offered. Because I was tired. I don't know what other reasons it didn't go forward, but from my perspective, I was just wiped out and couldn't imagine doing 60-plus hour weeks for 18 months on. I just would have lost my mind, I thought. Now I'm like, oh, I wish I was smarter about that. I wish that my Flight of the Conchords character could have gone on and developed, because that was a really fun role to be just a nothing. I was a little stain on the wall. I was like the pee stain on your mattress. For some reason that really appeals to my sense of humor. Can we take sheets off and there's that Thank you. That's I never heard that question before. Thank you.
Tracy?
Hi.
Hi, Angel. What's your name? What's your
JP.
character name? Character name.
Oh, I'm like the personification of the TARDIS.
Oh, the TARDIS. The Doctor's TARDIS.
She's carpacious.
I just wanted to say that, before I answer
Could like a clown car come out of you? She's like the clown car. Not one baby, there's 18 in there. That TARDIS is so roomy. I'm sorry, what?
I just want to say that I love you as an actress. I think you're awesome at what you do. And my dream show was to have you and Gina Torres in a TV show.
You're not the first person who said that to me.
Gina.
The fabulous Gina Torres.
Dreamy.
She's fierce, right?
Yes.
So my questions to you is there an actress or actor that you haven't worked with yet that you would love to work with?
Oh, so many. So many. And my hero, as you know, is Sigourney Weaver. So, there's a dream. Judi Dench. Who wouldn't want to work with these people? I think Cate Blanchett might be the actress of her generation. I think she might. Mind you, there was that crystal skull thing.
That was the writer's fault.
The refrigerator couldn't save everyone.
I like that joke. I don't understand it, but I need to.
In the refrigerator for the nuclear blast.
Oh. Well, initially, like when they first wrote it, she was saved in the refrigerator, but they just. No, we have to retire this character. But
Funny.
who else? I don't know. The people I love are like all on Adventure Time. I love those people in animation. You know, Matt Groening. I'd love to work with all those people.
Well, we don't have much time left. We have time for one more question on each side, so you guys fight it out, all right? So while you debate, talk amongst yourselves, just give it a second. 3, 2, I'm kidding. So be ladies and gentlemen and let someone that really wants to ask a question. Yeah, make it really quick. Let's go. Tyler, you got go.
He went, no, my question's not that good. I'm sitting down.
Hey, Lucy. Really quick question. What's it like to work on the greatest show ever, by which I mean Parks and Recreation?
Real fun, because Amy Poehler sets an amazing tone that everybody slaves to. It's if the set's not fun, if you hear stories, you got to be looking at the star a little bit. She's incredible, and Nick Offerman, of course, is an incredible. Just what a delightful man, and kooky. In real life, that giggle he does, that's the real giggle. And sometimes not only kooky, daffy. You'll see it on YouTube, I'm sure, when he does a little striptease for his wife's show. She does a live show.